ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ today is by Guru Arjan Dev Ji on Ang 676 of Guru Granth Sahib Ji in Dhanaasaree Raag। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਧਨਾਸਰੀ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਪੰਜਵਾ। ਮੋਹੇ ਮਸਕੀਨ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਨਾਮ ਆਧਾਰ, ਖਾਟਣ ਕਉ ਹਰ ਹਰ ਰੋਜਗਾਰ। ਮੋਹੇ ਮਸਕੀਨ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਨਾਮ ਆਧਾਰ, ਖਾਟਣ ਕਉ ਹਰ ਹਰ ਰੋਜਗਾਰ। ਸੰਚਣ ਕਉ ਹਰ ਏਕੋ ਨਾਮ, ਹਲਤ ਪਲਤ ਤਾਕੈ ਆਵੈ ਕਾਮ। ਨਾਮ ਰਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਰੰਗ ਅਪਾਰ, ਸਾਧ ਗਾਵਹਿ ਗੁਣ ਏਕ ਨਿਰੰਕਾਰ। ਰਹਾਉ ਸਾਧ ਕੀ ਸੋਭਾ ਅਤਿ ਮਸਕੀਨੀ, ਸੰਤ ਵਡਾਈ ਹਰ ਜਸ ਚੀਨੀ। ਅਨੰਦ ਸੰਤਨ ਕੈ ਭਗਤ ਗੋਵਿੰਦ, ਸੂਖ ਸੰਤਨ ਕੈ ਬਿਨਸੀ ਚਿੰਦ। ਜਹ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਤਨ ਹੋਵਹਿ ਇਕੱਤਰ, ਤਹ ਹਰ ਜਸ ਗਾਵਹਿ ਨਾਦ ਕਵਿਤ। ਸਾਧ ਸਭਾ ਮਹਿ ਅਨੰਦ ਬਿਸਰਾਮ, ਓਨ ਸੰਗ ਸੋ ਪਾਏ ਜਿਸ ਮਸਤਕ ਕਰਾਮ। ਦੋਇ ਕਰ ਜੋੜ ਕਰੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ, ਚਰਨ ਪਖਾਰ ਕਹਾਂ ਗੁਣਤਾਸ। ਪ੍ਰਭ ਦਇਆਲ ਕਿਰਪਾਲ ਹਜੂਰ, ਨਾਨਕ ਜੀਵੈ ਸੰਤਾ ਧੂਰ। ਪ੍ਰਭ ਦਇਆਲ ਕਿਰਪਾਲ ਹਜੂਰ, ਨਾਨਕ ਜੀਵੈ ਸੰਤਾ ਧੂਰ। Satguru Patshaah Ji is blessing us today in Dhanaasaree Raag, Dhan Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Sache Patshaah Ji begins the Shabad, Mohe Maskeen Prabh Naam Adhar. Satguru Patshaah Ji Maharaj says, Mohe, I am Maskeen. Maskeen means literally someone who is poor. Prabh Naam Adhar. I am poor, but I have the Adhar, the support of God's name. Naam meaning name, Prabh meaning Vaheguru. Mohe Maskeen Prabh Naam Adhar. For a lowly one like me, there is only the support of God's name. Khatan ko har har rojgar. Khatan ko literally means to earn. Har har rojgar means rojgar meaning occupation. My occupation and my earning is repeating the name of God, har har. Now what does this mean? This means in this world, the jobs that we are doing, they sustain us physically. But our physical body will not remain forever. Therefore, all of these things are only temporary. But when we repeat the name of God, then we are truly earning. What we have earned with our hands will either be spent, or will burn, or will be lost, or will leave us when we die. But what we earn in the Guru's presence, what we earn when we remember God, what we earn when we read Gurbani, what we earn when we meditate, what we earn when we serve, those earnings cannot be taken away by anyone. Those are ours forever and forever. Khatan ko har har rojgar. Guruji expands upon this in the next talk. Sanchan ko har eko naam. The only thing worth sanchan, worth gathering in this world, har eko naam, is the name of God. Dhan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says you can gather other things as well, you can try, but you will have to leave everything else you have gathered. The only thing which you can gather and which remains with you is the name of God. And as we read in the second Ashtabadi of Sukhmani Sahib, the name of God is there even when our body burns. Jah maat pita sutmeet na pai, O my mind, where your mother, your father, your friends, your brothers, they cannot help you. Jah maat pita sutmeet na pai man uha naam tera sang sai. In that situation, only the name of God can help you. Sanchan ko har eko naam. Guruji is saying the only thing worth gathering in this world is the name of God. Why? Because halat palat takai ave kam. That person who collects together God's name, halat in this world, palat in the next world, takai of that person ave kam. It is useful for that person. That person can use the name of God in this world and the next. The name of God supports that person in this world and the next. The name of God helps that person in this world and the next. The name of God never leaves that person in this world and the next. When you read Gurbani, when you meditate upon the Guru Mantar, the Vaheguru Mantar or the Mehl Mantar, when you meditate upon Gurbani Shabads, that meditation will remain with you. And it will help you in this world by freeing you of stress, anxieties and all these things. And it will help you in the next world by putting you on the path of God. Naam rate prabh rang apar. Dhan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says those people who color themselves in the Naam, in the name of God, those who repeat the Guru's mantra again and again, color themselves, immerse themselves in the name of God. Prabh rang apar. They find the rang, the love of God, which is apar, limitless. They experience the limitless love of God. Sad gav hain gun ek nirankar. And Satguru Patsha Ji says, how do you know someone is walking on the path of the saints? Sad means someone who is venturing to conquer their mind. How do you walk upon this path of trying to conquer your mind? Who is a Sad? Dhan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is saying in this Shabad, Sad gav hain gun ek nirankar. You know that you are walking on the path of conquering your mind when you only sing the gun, the praises. Gav hai means to sing, ek nirankar, of the one formless being, Akal Purkh. A person who is singing their own praises is not working upon the path of conquering their mind. A person who is singing praises of worldly kings and worldly governments and people who can give him power or give her power, that person is not walking on the path of conquering their mind. To walk on the path of conquering your mind, you must sing the praises of Ek Nirankar. And truly, those people who are true sadhus, those people who truly walked upon this path, even when the option was death, on one side there was an option of praising the world, on the other side was the option of death and praising God. They still opted to give their lives but to only sing the praise of God. Rahao. Satguru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, pause and think about this. Sad ki sobha atmaskini. Satguru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Sache Padshah is telling us sobha means, literally the meaning of sobha means chamak, which I suppose we could translate as shine. And we usually translate it as glory. The glory in this world, which is gathered together by material people, is usually the glory of getting a new car, or the glory of getting promoted, or the glory of getting a bigger house, or the glory of having more than your next door neighbor. But Satguru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says the saints' glory is not the worldly glory. Atmaskini, the saints' glory is their at, is when they reach the highest levels of humility. Maskini in this case means humility. Humility is the greatest glory of a saint. A saint's glory is not made by a saint's appearance or what physically that saint has. It is their complete, entire humility which makes a saint. And in Sikhi, when we look at saints like Bhagat Pooran Singh in recent times, a man who only owned 1 or 2 shirts to wear, 1 or 2 kurde to wear, and 1 or 2 bowls to eat out of, and they were his possessions. But his glory is not to do with possessions. His glory is to do with his complete humility, with the way he served this world. That is what Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is saying. Sant vadai har jas chini. Vadai again is talking about greatness. The greatness of the saints does not come from worldly wealth. It comes from har jas chini. It comes from when they sing the praise of God. Because they sing the praise of God, they are glorified. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, Anad Santan Ka Bhagat Govind. The saints, they take immense pleasure, limitless pleasure from Bhagat Govind, from the Bhakti, from praising, from meditating upon, from worshipping Govind, the Lord of the whole universe, the seed of the universe, Akal Purkh Vaheguru. Sukh Santan Ka Binsi Chind. Those saints who have humility, those saints who have the praises of God, those saints who worship God. Dhan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, Sukh santan ke binsi chind. All of their chind, all of their anxiety, all of their worries are removed, and they have true sukh, true peace. Jah sad santan hove ikattar. Jah, where? Sad santan, those who are sadhus, those saints, those who are praising God, those who live their life in humility. Hove ikattar, where they gather together. Tah harjas gavah naad kavit. What happens when these saints get together, you may ask? Dhan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, what they do is they sing the just, the praise of Hari. How do they sing it? Naad. Naad means with music. Kavit means in poetry, singing it with their tongue. Sad savamah anad bisram. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, if you want to find true anad, anad here means bliss. If you want to find true bliss and bisram, true peace, then go into the sabha, go into the company where the sadhus, where the saints sit. Un sang so paye, jis mastak karam. But Dhan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, only those people find the company of the saints. Only those people enter into this beautiful company. Only those people get the sang, get to congregate with the saints. Jis mastak karam, who have such preordained destiny written upon their foreheads. Mastak means their forehead. Now what does that mean? We always talk about this preordained destiny thing. What it means is, if you're listening to this Hukamnama today, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says God wrote upon your head that you will be listening to the praises of God. If you have gone to the Gurdwara today, the Guru wrote that upon your head. Vaheguru wrote that upon your head. You have been chosen by God. Literally, when you're sitting in the Sangat, God has chosen you from amongst all the people who are in the world, all those people who are burning in anxiety and desire and greed, and you have been chosen to sit with the saints. That is how you must feel. When we read this preordained destiny stuff, only those people get the Sangat who are in preordained destiny. When you're in the Sangat, then realize that God has blessed you with this chance. Do not waste that chance. Doe kar jod kari ardas. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, I put my hands together, I press my palms together, and I offer this prayer, this ardas. And offering your hands together means there is nothing in my hands. Only empty hands can join together. When you stand in front of God and you say, God, nothing is in my hands. Charn pakhar kahan gunatas. Washing the feet of the saints. Stand with your hands together. Wash the feet of the saints. Kahan gunatas. And sing the praises of God. Now wash the feet of the saints. What does that mean? That doesn't just mean physically. It means with your mind. Take the dust of their feet. What is the dust of their feet? Their words. Take the teachings of the saints into your life. Prabh Dayal Kripal Hajur. Now Guruji stands back in that ardas, stands back in that prayer and says, Oh God, O Prabhu, Dayal, who is merciful, who is Kripal, who is benevolent, and who is Hajur, who is always with me. Keep me in your presence, Vaheguru. You are always with me, but let me always feel your Hazuri. Always let me feel that you are with me. Nanak Jiva Santa Tur. Dhan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, spiritual life comes from the dust of the feet of the saints. And we ask for the dust of the feet of the saints every night when we go to sleep. Antar Jami Purkh Vidate Sarda Man Ki Pure Nanak Das Eha Sukh Manga Mukukar Santan Ki Ture. Spiritual life comes from the dust of the feet of the saints. And it means physically when you go into the Gurdwara to wipe the shoes of the Sangat and take that dust upon your head, because that changes your life. And it means internally as well. Physically taking the dust of the feet of the saints, and spiritually taking it by taking their words into your heart. That is what Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is saying to us today. Prabh Dayal Kirpal Hajur Nanak Jiva Santa Tur. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.